midnight band. We call them the Midnight Boys. I got my man, Brian, on keyboard, Will on drums, and you're watching After Midnight. I'm the host, me and Howard G.
After Midnight. We've got something great going on for you on After Midnight. 1, 2, 3, After Midnight, the champagne of evening television.
Howard, hey, you're on, buddy.
Oh, hey! It's me, Howard G, your new host for After Midnight. It's a new show that you will love. But don't go nowhere. We got some special guests. Great show. I got a little magic for you. Watch this. Okay, we're back after midnight. I'm here with my two co-hosts.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen a show with two co-hosts?
Oh yeah.
Two. I have Steve, man on the road.
Yeah.
He's always going somewhere, somewhere. He don't even have a
One
beat.
step ahead of the law.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
And John Wiz,
Yeah.
magician,
Oh yeah.
pop locker, he break dances, feed the homeless. Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
what else, John? You do it all.
Well, when you have a lack of talent, you make up with the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
This or something, whatever.
Nice tuxedo, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That guy is rented. Okay.
All right, so Steve, where are we going at this time? Where are we going?
Let's head south. We're
South.
going to be on the road, south of the border,
the border.
way
Cherry Hill.
south.
Hold on.
Cherry Hill?
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe a little further south.
A little further south of
Cherry
that.
Hill.
Right.
Further south of Virginia.
Wow, okay.
We're going to Argentina.
Wow.
Argentina.
I can see by your look you're going, Argentina.
Yeah.
But you know what? Most people don't know that Argentina is the 7th largest country in the world.
Seventh largest.
7th largest.
Wow.
And they have great big steaks. You know, they're famous for their
Wow.
steaks.
Okay.
Wow.
Cattle ranching.
Cattle ranching, right?
Right.
And
I don't
I'm
eat-
sure
I don't eat
neither of
something.
you drink red wine, but if you've ever had red wine,
You'll need to take a blood test for this.
Yeah, exactly.
right, he brought his driver, so he doesn't have to worry.
Exactly.
But Malbec wine
Uh-huh.
comes from Mendoza, Argentina. So I hope your viewers stay with us when we take our trip on the road.
All right.
This is a Petit Verdot from 2009 of our Fond de Cab Reserve line. Our Fond de Cab Reserve line is the more important, more popular in high quality wines because it stayed in the market around 40 years ago and comes in 8 different varieties, 2 white wines and 6 red wines. This one is a Petit Verdot from 2009 who stayed 15 months into the oak barrels. Where you can see the 15 months into the oak barrels in the color of the wines. Smell the wines, smell like a little oaky. And make the difference between that wine and the next one. The next one is a Malbec, are different wines, but make the difference between the time to stay in the old barrels, because this one stay 15 months and the next one stay 18 months.
And both of these are exported to the U.S.?
Yeah, but with different names. There, in that display, you can see on the left, on the right side, you can see the wines who we have for the internal market. And the left side are the same wine, but for export. Okay. Change the label, change the...
So the left side is what we would look for.
Left side, exactly.
I see.
Change the label, change the name, change the bottle, why this on marketing.
Yeah,
Ah.
This name in the US for export, the name is Broquel. You know?
Right, that's the one that I recognize.
Exactly.
I've seen that.
Yeah?
It's Sunday night in downtown Cordoba. We are at the largest mall in the city. You see it's the exterior behind me. That exterior actually was built around 1850. And what they've done here as a way of historic preservation is to leave the facade or front of the building and to then gut the backside. So this is Cordova's largest mall. We're at the largest food court in Cordova. And you can see that you can get McDonald's. They don't have quite the same names for their burgers that they have in the States, but they look pretty much the same. There's also Burger King. And again, you can get a Whopper with cheese, but they don't call it a Whopper. So tomorrow morning we leave for Mendoza. It's about a 12-hour bus ride. See you tomorrow morning. We're taking a walking tour through the Mercado, or perhaps more aptly, Tourist Square, but there are a lot of locals here. You can see it's kind of crowded, but it's really interesting. There's lots of things to buy, lots of things to see. So in this Mercado right now in Cordova, we're having a lot of fun. Please stay with us. We're about 2/3 of the way through our trip now to Mendoza. This is the main way of transportation around Argentina. Traveling by air is very expensive. Training system for passengers, some like the United States, perhaps somewhat like the United States, just because of the vast expanse of the country, is not a practical form. So buses are a very popular mode of transportation.
Oh man, that was awesome, man. How did you get that footage? That was some great footage.
It was hard to get, but
Right.
very interesting, and I've got some more of it here in these pictures.
Okay, good. All right, we'll be back more after midnight.
After midnight.
What's up, guys? It's me, Howard G, your host for After Midnight.
After midnight.
This is a show that you want to watch.
Gotta watch.
24 hours.
Gotta watch.
I got my man Steve here, man on the road. We got my man John Wiz, magician.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve, you once again, you had a chance to, how do you meet these idols, man? You meet these American idols. I mean, how do you get to know these guys and you can do interviews with them? What's up?
Just lucky, I guess. We've got a great crib.
Great
And you don't even let me
There's
drink
a blood. There's a blood on the shrimp. What is it? A gang member? What is it?
This is a great clip coming up. Let's take a look at this clip. Do I look like an Oreo cookie?
Yeah.
A white guy in the back.
I'm Steve Izan. We're back here with Naima, American Idol star.
Something like that.
There's probably a few people in America that don't know your story, but it's an inspiring one. So would you take it from the very beginning?
Sure. Well, when it comes down to it, this time last year I was working at Summerfest, which is one of the biggest music festivals in the world, but I was working as a custodian. And so
A custodian.
Exactly. So I was cleaning the backstage areas and watching these major artists perform and just feeling like that it was that I should be on stage, that I wanted to be on stage, and that's where I wanted to be versus like backstage cleaning the toilets and things of that nature. And I was a mommy on, you know, on welfare like many mothers are out there, and I just wanted to change the future for my children.
Well, how did you do that, though? I mean, that's a big transition.
Well, you know, the first step was going and auditioning with 25,000 other people in Milwaukee, and somebody seeing the light in me, you know, and that's really where it started. And then from there, it's just hard work. It's about, you know, putting yourself out there as an artist and giving it your all.
Now, before you auditioned, did you have much of a music background? Any formal training, singing lessons, or anything?
I have never had singing lessons. I've never had music lessons. I didn't have any formal training, but my mother is a jazz vocalist, and from birth, I'll say, I just remember hearing her voice and her sound, and she used to tie us on her back with a cloth, with an African cloth, African style, and I would always be performing. I would always be on stage while she was performing, and I would be on her back, and I would hear the vibration of her voice through her back, you know. And so I feel like my mother has definitely been a trainer for me when it comes down to it, but I've never had any classical training. So.
Well, that's certainly an awe-inspiring story. In terms of your American Idol experience itself, tell us a little bit about that. What's been some of the highs for you, and have you had any lows or challenges?
Well, yeah, one of the biggest challenges for me on the show was being away from my children. I had never been away from my children for more than 4 days, you know, and to take me from that point and then take my children away for a month and a half, it was really hard for me. That was like really, really hard. I had different breakdowns where I just felt like almost like I was being selfish or something. You know, I know it sounds bad, but you know, you have those mommy days, and it was really hard for me. But you know, ultimately, what I kept in my mind was that I was doing it for them. You know, and being on stage in front of 30 million people is something that many artists aspire to do. It's a dream that many artists have, and there are only few people that get to do that. And so I felt blessed and honored to be able to do that and build a worldwide fan base.
Well, now, what are your children's names? How old are they? And who's taking care of them now? Because you're here in Baltimore.
Well, my wonderful husband, John Dwayne Tafari, is taking care of my beautiful children. I have a 3-year-old named Nalani and a 1-year-old named Abiola. So those are my babies, and they're being, you know, taken well care of. So it's good. It's definitely a different process, you know, because I'll be able to choose what neighborhood they grow up in. I'll be able to provide what kind of education I feel that they should have. I believe in the Montessori way. I love the Montessori education. And so I feel like for me, it's providing a platform for them that I didn't necessarily have. And I can put them in dance classes. I can put them in singing classes if they want to. And I just feel like it's a different start than I had in life.
Let's get back to American Idol itself. You mentioned 30 million people. That must be an exhilarating experience. What else has been just wonderful about being on American Idol?
The people that you get to meet. I mean, I never in my life would have imagined that I would have been able to meet Muhammad Ali. And I got to meet him and like give him a hug and thank him for all of the struggle and what he did for African American people in the United States or around the world, or people around the world. I got to meet just amazing stars that I look up to as artists. You know what I mean? Steven Tyler, I can't say I would ever, you know, just met Steven Tyler, and it was amazing to have him believing in me, you know, such a phenomenal artist, and Jennifer Lopez as well, and Randy Jackson. Those people were believing in us as artists and giving us compliments on what we do. And so it's just crazy because you never think that some of these superstars would know your name. You know, they're like, yeah, that's not even and I'm like, you know me? It's pretty awesome.
My understanding, this is your 27th city. You've got 20 to go, and then the Philippines.
Ooh, yeah.
What happens after that?
For me, it's definitely an album. I'm trying to work on an album. I'm writing right now, and I picked up a little bit of guitar. Casey's been showing me some chords, and I'm reaching out to different producers to try and find the sound that I want for the album. So.
Any last thoughts?
For sure. I just want to tell all the people that supported me, thank you so much, and always to tell the youth and the people out there who have dreams to keep striving for those dreams and believe in yourself and stay true to who you are. Remember where you came from and always walk with love.
Very inspiring. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When I was young, here I was in the stars. She put my hand and my lipstick on in the glass of her goodbye.
All right, wow. Who was that? Who was that chick?
That spectacular young lady is named Mayama Abadapo. Beautiful young lady. She has, as you heard, a great story about how she got on American Idol in the first place. And it's,
Right.
we don't need to retell it again. I mean, you already heard
Hey,
it.
she's an eye candy. That's all that matters to me. I don't care if she can sing or not.
Considering what we got right here, I mean,
Right.
I think the band's going to start pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You taking us to break or what?
Yeah, hey, we'll be back. More after midnight.
After midnight.
Who get married? Oh yeah, we gotta get her up here. Get her up here. Let's get the bride to be up here, please. You know, before you get married, right? You know what you're supposed to do, right? You know what you're supposed to do? Sleep with a big black flamingo before you do that. Oh, he's black? Oh yeah, okay. Hey, you know what they say? Once you go black, that's because you can't. Change the locks, it's on you. You know, you're not in the will anymore. Yeah, Paul. And do me a favor, take your glasses off for me. Take your glasses off. All right. Ooh, Lord. Wow. Wow. Hey, you guys are going to have a baby soon, I tell you. He's going to be a boy. He's going to grow up and he's going to play football like you. Wow. I can see it to the future. Wow. That's as thick as hell. God dang. What's your name, sweetheart? Shannon? Okay, Shannon. Hey, what's up? So your husband-to-be, he lives here? He's from Baltimore? New York. Did y'all get married down here? Well, he must be some good drugs down here for y'all. All down here just to get married, boy. Pretty much, yeah, okay. All right, now turn around for me, turn around, all right? All right, Shannon, yes. Shannon, you're in for a treat, I'll tell you that much, okay? We're gonna put this blindfold over you, all right? Wow, Shannon, you must be used to black men putting blindfolds on you. Let me bring back some memories for you. Get in the trunk, bitch, get in the trunk! Like, oh, that very good. Stop it, Tyrone. Shannon, you can't see, right? Good. I don't want you to cheat. All right. Now, I need your help. Audience, I need your help. I'm gonna get certain individuals to come up on stage. Whatever y'all do not yell at the name. Don't say nothing. We're gonna play a nice game on Shannon before she get married. Yeah. Shannon, we're gonna play a little game. Yes, you're gonna love this game, Shannon. You familiar with the TV show, The Dating Game? Gonna play my version of the dating game. Now, standing behind you, Shannon, I got 3 tall set. Okay, I got 3 guys standing behind me. Now, before we get started, I have our contestants say hello to Shannon and their sexiest voice. Contestant 1, in your sexy voice, say hi to Shannon.
Even though it's fake, hi Shannon.
Number 1, you big guy. I mean, I know you can sound a little bit more sexy than that. Come on, bring it out, baby. Bring it out.
Hello, Shannon.
Sound the same to me, but look, number 2, in your sexy voice, say hi to Shannon.
Hello, Shannon.
Hey Shannon, I don't mean no harm, but my nipples got hard, okay? Last but not least, number 3, say hi to Shannon.
Sure.
You even changed your name, okay? Wow. Okay, look, Shannon, so look, number 3. Stop playing. Now say what you said to her when you saw her at the ATM machine.
Give me that money, bitch.
Take it easy. It's just a game, number 3. Take it easy. Security stuff. Now, Shannon, I'm going to ask these gentlemen some questions. You can't see them, but the audience, they're your friends. They're going to help. Trust them, okay? All right? Now, first question, fellas. Shannon loves a hot, sexy supermodel. So when I call out your number, take one step forward and give us your sexiest pose. No, wait, okay, wait. Number 3, wait till I call out your number. You're not on the lineup, okay? Let's go with mirror glance. Be like, step back, number 3. Okay. Now, number 3, step out and pose. He posed like he just got his GED. He's like, my mate. GED, baby. Number 1, step out, sir, and pose. Step back. He think he's some Ebony Jet magazine model. And last but not least, number 2, step out, sir, and pose. He's a little action figure, really. Fellas! I'm sorry, what's your name again, sweetheart? I didn't mean to scare you, I'm sorry. She like, Lord. What's your name? Shannon. Okay, Shannon! Want to get an idea of what you guys are working with from the waist down. So if you can name your package goods, your love muscle. If it was named after a piece of candy, what piece of candy would it be? Now remember, fellas, whatever candy you say tonight, it's going to stick with you the rest of your life. So think very hard. Get it? Think hard. So let's start with you. Number one, what's the first piece of candy come to your mind, sir? Or how you packing?
Big rich shot.
In other words, he mean a peanut chew. Okay. Number two, what piece of candy come to your mind, sir? To show the world how you packing.
Chunky! It's gotta be a Milky Way.
Y'all know for number three got his mind sight. Let him beat me, so I'm ready. He got his girl coaching him all good. Call me on what's called, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna do this for you, baby. Number three, tell everybody they all been waiting for. What piece of candy best describes how you packing, sir?
King size crunchy Snickers, nigga.
Shannon, and you know what, Shannon? You know what? That's packing a lot of nuts. You know that, right? Settle down, number three. Settle down. Okay. Next question, fellas. If you can base your lovemaking off the title of any movie, what movie would it be? In other words, when you make love, the title of a movie appears in the bedroom like a subtitle. What would that movie be? No help from the audience, please. They have to do this on their own. Let's start with you, number two. What's the first movie that come to your mind, sir?
It's gotta be big.
Wow. But you know they got a part two to that. The hell, and it's called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Number one, what movie, sir?
9.5 weeks.
Sorry, number one, that wasn't the movie we were looking for. We was thinking more like Gone in 60 Seconds. That's all the time we have. Okay. Number three. Quiet, folks. Number three is about to speak. Number three, what movie best describes how you make love in the bedroom?
Live free, die hard.
So this is Mike Tyson, and I'm trying to tell y'all it's time to go. We gotta get out of here. I got a hungry appetite. I might, chew on some neck bone. No, really neck bone. All right, we gotta get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been great. You're watching After Midnight.
After Midnight.
Did you know Mike Tyson's much better than mine?
Yeah, thank you. I thought.